Now, joining us to speak on the issues of insecurity in Nigeria, we have Major Bashir Garba, retired, who is a retired military personnel. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us at this time.
Thank you very much indeed, Galati.
All right, we thank you so much
The
for
name
joining
is
us.
indeed,
So, very recently, a
the name
military
is,
base in Borno was attacked, killing several troops. How do you see this development?
first of all, let me commiserate with my junior colleagues, my comrades at arms, for the loss of their uh, friends and comrades. It's very, very unfortunate. You know, when things have started becoming or taking shape for the betterment of the whole situation, then we keep on having this type of um, singular, maybe time to time attacks. But one thing I want the people to know is this: there is no war or any operation that the strongest is always at the top. There must be this up and down somehow, some way, sometime, somewhere, whereby the weaker one, at least once, it will seem to be at the winning side. But I'm not saying that this recent happening, the weaker one, that is the bandit or the bad people, are the winners. They are not at all. Because with the strength of fight, you know, our gallant armed forces have been putting just of recent, I mean, it's quite commendable. And this is the time we have been expecting for quite a long time, but not to just say, I will call on them, the top officers, the middle class officers, and the ranks. This is not the time to relax. You have been taught what to do at a time like this. When you think it is the time to relax, is when the enemy will seize the opportunity of surprising you. And the surprise, you know, is one of the elements of, you know, success in the fight or in the war or something like that. So I'm not here to say that I'll go back to the lecture room and start lecturing whoever is there. They have been taught what to do. They know what to do. Only adhere to it. And the military, we know it. It's a place whereby you continue to train until you leave the armed forces or the military. The day of your retirement after 35 years service, you are learning, you are on training. So what you have learned 30 years ago, elementary principles of defense, shouldn't have gone out of the mind of whosoever is put in a place where things like this do happen. I don't have to come onto the air and start mentioning what they are supposed to do. They know it. 24 hours stand to is the time now. No time to relax and feel that nobody, and then they should be very, very mindful. Familiarity with the locals, mainly in this type of area, is, you know, it should not be taken for granted, because you don't know who is who. Like I said, I'm not here for lecture, but it's very, very unfortunate. But I don't think it happened once, it happened 2 times. But this is another maybe of the times, but I don't think it will happen again. I don't hope so.
Major, bandits like Bello, Toji and terrorists have continued to unleash terror in communities in northern Nigeria. How do you rate the armed forces when it comes to winning the war against terror?
Winning. Madam, they are winning. Let me tell you the ingredients. What we lacked so many years ago is we are getting a little bit of it now, but we want more. What is it? Very reliable intelligence report about the movement, the characters of these people, wherever they are, or wherever the groups are. If there is an authentic, reliable intelligence report, where people think a brigade of officers and soldiers should be sent for, or shall be sent to get rid of them, a battalion can do the job cleanly, because they know where the objective is, and they are not going to start chasing about the bush, like the proverbial chasing about the bush. So this is it. We are still calling of the generality of the Nigerians to please cooperate and give information, intelligence, because human intelligence is the most reliable. I used to hear people are calling for technical intelligence, drones, and so on and so forth. Human intelligence, human, is the most reliable to defend with. If you also, go to reconfirm whatever that intelligence is, you use it, you see that you hit a success. So we are calling on Nigerians. They are praying for the troops, cooperate again, release the information about the movements of all the bad people in nooks and crannies of this country, and you will see what action is going to be done. But without such cooperation, and then I would just say, look, we have a long way to go. That's why you hear whoever is coming to talk, you will just say security is the duty of everybody, not only the armed forces. The armed forces is the machine, but the machine also, it has to be directed. If it is a computerized machine, you have to load in this, and that's why we're saying we need that information to do the job.
So another major concern is the unwanted explosion in the country with the recent Abuja scenario. What advice would you give on handling these IEDs to avoid future occurrences?
You see, it's very unfortunate. Like you said, improvised explosive devices, IED. Things to make them are commonly, gotten. They are all over the place. That is the materials to make them. But then, unfortunately, we still have some bad people who have not up to now been gotten, who go about teaching other people how to know how to do this thing. So it's rather, sort of this thing. But let me tell you one thing. With clear information, like I said, intelligence and everything, people who are in the habit of making this IED, their locations, where they get their materials, their intentions, if they are known, they can be stopped before they wreak the havoc. That's that.
We really thank you for sharing with us from the wealth of your experiences on our news today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much indeed for having me, Gladly. Good night.
All right, Major Bashir Garba, retired military personnel.